Good morning, humanity. It is December 31st, 2018, and guess what time it is?
It's time for Bev and Paul.
Hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Hi, I'm Bev.
And we are here on the last day of 2018.
Where did that year go?
So we're going to have a fun show today because we're just going to sort of talk about what are the possibilities for BioTouch in 2019 while we talk a little bit about what we've done and where we can go. So this will be great. If you have any possibilities for yourself that you'd like to post on the Facebook comments there, that would be great.
That would be fun.
Yeah, just tell us what's your possibilities. Hey, Chara, what's happening?
Chara. Morning.
Tell us your possibilities, dear. We know you have some.
Oh, yes. I'm excited for her. Yep.
Yeah, she's going to do really good work.
Yep.
So we did have a workshop.
Yes, didn't we?
On gout with Eileen Webster. She's a pharmacist. We learned a lot about how you become a pharmacist.
Oh, my goodness.
But she did a wonderful presentation about gout. So if you want to see it, it's on our Facebook page. It's on our YouTube page.
Yes. You can find it.
And find out all the information, how you get gout, acute, chronic, and how BioTouch. She was thrilled about BioTouch.
Oh, she did amazing.
What did she say? She lived in Colorado and is
really isolated, very
right.
isolated. And during these storms up there, people couldn't get out. They couldn't. And she's, the final thing that she said that was so powerful was that, oh my gosh, I wish I had had something. I wish I would have had BioTouch. I could have told them on the phone how to help their family member. And I'm thinking, that's exactly what we are all about. Yeah.
It was perfect. Because what she did was she said, okay, what medications do you have in the cabinet? She tried to get them to use whatever they had.
Right.
And had she had BioTouch to give them.
Oh, man, it was right there. Powerful. Right on, Eileen. Yep.
Pain Relief Depot, Chiara. Very good. You're coming in from two places.
Yeah.
Pain Relief Depot, LLC. Woohoo! Woohoo! Good morning. So, all right, we're going to go, and we're having our next workshop is going to be on overweight.
Yes.
How to possibly lose weight or deal with your overweight situations. And we have a Dr. Stender from Tucson.
I know.
Who's going to
be great.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Looking forward to meeting him.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So let's go over our question here because we have lots of things to share. What are the possibilities for 2019 with BioTouch? And I think we wanted to start this whole thing off with a really powerful.
Yeah, something from our manual, which is lovely. Yes, so we're going to read this. It's called The Dilemma from our manual. And it begins, to laugh is to risk appearing a fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out for another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk rejection. To place your dreams before the crowd is to risk ridicule. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To go forward in the face of overwhelming odds is to risk failure.
But risks must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. He may avoid suffering and sorrow, but he cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or love. Chained by his certitudes, he is a slave. He has forfeited his freedom. Only a person who takes risks is free.
That's the possibilities. That really speaks to what it is that humanity is here to overcome. Because this speaks of, in many ways, of separateness and fear and, of course, suffering. But the human spirit is ready. 2019. Let's move out of that old. Let's risk our lives, right? Because really we are an inclusive group. We're one group. So if we all band together and work together and love together, then the risk is much less because we're doing it as a whole, right? I mean, this is the possibilities for us.
And I've always loved that little section there. We that's been in the manual from the beginning, and and biotouch is a risk. It's a risk to take out and touch someone, and so we're sort of asking everybody this year, maybe if all we do is take a risk and take 2 minutes to touch a loved one the first thing in the morning, and do it every day, and let's see what happens. I'm going to make that commitment to try and do that.
Yes.
And every time we see each other, or we work with our staff, or we do that with all of our recipients. We do the greeting. So,
we do.
So I think it could bring in that that oneness that's really being talked about more and more. I mean, whether you're looking at newscasts,
I know.
It doesn't matter whether you're politics or sports, or it seems like everyone has a focus in the media is talking about the togetherness of everybody and bringing love into our relationships.
Oh, the language.
Yes.
The language is changing, and this is so exciting for all of us. And by the way, that risk of reaching out and touching someone, there's a risk of being touched too. Right. So even in that relationship, right? So yeah, take a risk and let yourself be loved.
Yes. Let yourself be loved.
Yeah.
Because we're always judging ourselves.
I know.
We're never good enough, especially if you're a guy, and you got to prove yourself. But I think all that's changing now.
It is. I'm telling you.
We're coming into the male-female equality.
That's what I was just going to say.
The guys are feeling, and the women are stepping forward and being leaders. And it's just listening to this BBC thing. It was in India. It was an interview in India about sexual assault in the workplace and stuff. But the message was really about the equality. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, male, female, transgender. It was like we're all here on the planet together. And that's the reason I started doing BioTouch.
Yeah, I know.
That was really the reason. The fact that bodies get better, that's sort of the icing on the cake. But when that old timer said Norman and Carol brought love to the Mancos Valley, I knew here was something I needed to get out to.
Yeah, you were the guy.
I was the guy?
You are the guy. You are the man. You were the right place at the right time, let me just say.
So it's been a great year so far.
Really...
we wanted to share with you some of the things that have happened this year.
Oh.
So the first thing we want to share with you is who are all the people here locally that actually help make this possible. These are our staff members. There's Cheryl and Deborah. And if you're interested in becoming part of our staff, if you live here in Tucson, contact us, call us. It's a great volunteer opportunity.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah.
So these are people who dedicate sometimes a couple of hours. Howard there, he was, does every other week, comes down from Phoenix. And all these people have stepped up to help us out. Some a couple of hours a week, some a couple of days a week, So there's Rose,
Rose.
Worked with her.
Sandy, really crazy busy up in Dove Mountain.
Gail and Sarita.
Yeah.
And there's our outreach coordinator, Ann. So these are different people who have stepped up to help us here in the center. And we encourage you, if you'd like to be of service and volunteer. Hey, who's that?
I don't know. Some strange woman.
So we encourage you to call us, go on our website, come into the center if you're here in Tucson. And if you'd like, you could also just be one of our certified practitioners around the world. These are a couple of the people from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
There's Chetna from India. And Gara, there you are.
There you are.
Christine, she has a great center in Switzerland.
There's Dave.
Elizabeth
Ellie.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
Fariel, she just did a class in Denmark. Not Denmark. The Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
There's Kai.
Kai.
And
yes,
Rabba, who just got recertified this year.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to become certified and share BioTouch around the world, wherever you live, we have it easy to learn online. Go to justtouch.com, go to our very new website. It's an awesome website.
It really is great.
And we work with you individually in order to teach you how to share BioTouch in your community. We give you all the tools and we give you all the materials that you need to go out and teach and do biotouch.
I've often thought that, we're beginning, one part of the language that we're all beginning to speak about is the word service, which is taking on a whole different thought form than the volunteer. But to biotouch is such a great way to serve, either at the center or wherever you are on the planet. You can serve with biotouch.
And here are different services. Here are classes we've had in 2018. A lot of these are local classes that we did here in that was a massage therapy school that we did there.
Couple that came.
Yeah. And then people take the classes here and they go on and teach it, as we have some of the class pictures here of people in different areas of the country. There's Christine in Switzerland that did a class. And there's another class in Germany.
Yep.
And couples, it's perfect for couples. There's a class in Mexico with Elizabeth. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to learn. There's another Mexico picture, another Mexico class.
I know.
Elizabeth went gangbusters this year.
Yes, she did.
As did Michaela and
Christine.
They're just taking off in the Germany, Switzerland area.
Yes, they are.
And there's one way that all this has been able to get out to all of you, and that's because we've had a really strong board, real good leadership, and we'd like to share with you some of our board members in 2018. Not all of them are still on the board. There's the board. There's Robin. She's been around for a long time.
Our secretary, huh?
Yeah. Our treasurer, Terry. Yep. And
our newest board member.
Yes. Oh. And our board president. Yes, Bev, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Charlotte. That was Chetna from India. She was on the board for a while. Deborah, who wrote the book, Biotouch Healing.
There's our board advisor, Julie.
Yes. And Michelle, who's in charge of the center, the work.
Yep.
Wow,
what a great, amazing group of people.
Good leadership.
Yes.
And, I really want to thank you for the great role that you took in making that board possible and keeping them focused on what we are all about, our purpose and our vision here. You just did a wonderful job.
Thank you. Well, what can I say? It's like one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life. So I'm so honored. Yeah.
And we look forward to her leading on to 2019.
Oh, I'm so excited for 2019. And that's our question today. What are the possibilities for 2019? And you know what my comeback is? Unlimited.
Unlimited.
It is whatever this amazing group of people. And really, I've often thought we each play a role in this fantastic organization called International Foundation of Biomagnetics. And whatever role you play, whether you're a recipient, an instructor, a board member, a staff member, we all equally share in the success and the continuation of our work, which is to bring biotouch to humanity. I know that sounds daunting, but you shouldn't have written it into the vision statement.
And the interesting thing about all of that is this is really one of the techniques out there, and the only one that I know, where there are no levels, that you, in not whatever role you play, even if it's just learning a point and just doing it at home with just the greeting, everyone is effective. If you're a human being on this planet, it doesn't matter whether you're homeless or live in the most expensive home of wherever they build them. You can do healing work.
Maybe that's the greatest possibility of biotouch. Not only the possibility, but the fact that each and every one of you can learn biotouch and can do biotouch and can help everyone in your life with biotouch. That's the possibility. There, as Paul says, no levels. That means that you are fully capable of learning biotouch and using it.
And it doesn't matter your philosophical, spiritual belief system. I've been watching a lot of, different philosophies, and it doesn't matter whether it's a strict religious, whether from Jewish descent or Christian descent, Catholic, Protestant, whether you believe in shamanism or spirituality or energy or non-energy or mojo energy or what, it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if you're in a good mood or a bad mood. You can be effective doing biotouch.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, by reaching out and touching with these two fingers, changes will happen by themselves.
Yeah.
We don't have to try and change anything
Right.
with the mind.
I think the secret to that is something we're always reiterating, that biotouch is love, and love is biotouch. In love, all things are possible. There are no barriers. There's no levels. There's no state of this or state. There's just a state of being love. That is powerful. That's where we're heading.
You know, it's interesting. I remember once, a couple of times actually, talking to people who do energy modalities and work, and they're telling me about all these concepts about it and moving it and how it moves and does this. And I just said, well, you know, I don't know how biotouch works. I said, it's just really about application of love. And every time they would say, well, when you get to that level, nothing really matters.
That's ground zero.
So,
well, there it is.
Like, why not? Why can't it just be simple? Why does healing have to be such an ordeal?
It wasn't intended to be, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I think biotouch is now here to, we're always saying it's to remind us that we are simply love. And because we have enough, we can create enough chaos in our little lives without really trying. And so here is a gift that brings us into the simplicity of just being, just honoring, just being present. I don't really know of anything else that can offer that right now.
So let's teach that again. We're going to teach the greeting again. That's being present. Just doing that greeting for those few seconds puts you in the present moment with another human being, and then whatever else comes into our life, whether you call it spirit, God, whatever, just doing the greeting. And so let's watch it.
The greeting is always performed at the beginning of each session. It's the only set that uses one hand and the only set that indicates which hand to use. The greeting is performed with the dominant hand. If you are right-handed, use your right hand. If you are left-handed, use your left hand. The greeting is made by touching at point 1, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone or sternum. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. Then, with the same 2 fingers, touch point 2 on the back. To find point 2, look for the big bone at the base of the neck. From here, move 1 to 1.5 inches to the left. This is point 2. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. More than one associate.
Again, the possibilities.
Yeah, that's what biotouch does. That greeting is the key that opens the door to everything, right?
So let's use, hi, Ermina. She's here from Hawaii.
Oh, hi.
So if you have possibilities you'd like to share with us in the comments section, please do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And let's use 2019 to really open a door.
I think 2019, the theme is going to be called inclusiveness. We are one. We're all speaking that language. Let's really formulate that, manifest that, and work together to really make that happen. Biotouch is a great way to make that happen in our lives.
So as we close out 2018 here at the center, here at BioTouch International Foundation of Biomagnetics headquarters, check out our new website, share our podcasts, go to our website, justtouch.com, browse around it, share it with people, become part of our social media expansion here.
Yes.
That we're going to try and do. And as we move into 2019, we just want to wish you all a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh my goodness. And the best of 2019 to all of us.
We love you. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Paul.
And we'll see you all next year to start 2019 with a bang.